All right, my Sagittariuses, this is Tarot in White Oracle, where we get into the cloud and see what we see. This is our you versus them for Sagittarius for the next 30 days. And we want to go ahead and thank Divine Creator for channeling guidance. And while I was meditating, I was seeing, or actually hearing more so, money, 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 money. That song, money, 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 money. So maybe that's on our Sagittarius's minds. I do have a couple of friends that are Sagittarius, and they are all about their business right now. So maybe that resonates with a lot of you. We're going to go ahead and dive into our past, present, and future energy. And then we will be diving into the tarot and look at your person's feelings, thoughts, how they perceive the connection, and also what they want and their actions in the next 30 days. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So we will be reading for past and present energy, but future energy I'm not going to be reading for until towards the end of the reading. So we do have some here, and let's get some future energy. No peeking. Just kidding. And we're going to go ahead and read that later. All right, so I also like to draw for our overall energy. So what the Sagittarius is feeling in this connection overall. And the overall energy coming from Sagittarius' person. This most likely is going to be a romantic partner. And for most of you, it will be a romantic partner. But if you don't have a romantic partner, it could also be a friend, family, or a business partner. Someone from your soul tribe, a strong soul connection. And then lastly, I like to draw for the universe's truth. So you have a truth, your person has a truth, and then the universe has a truth about this connection and what it's for. And so I like to draw for that energy. And we will be taking a look at that. And let's get a theme. Okay, so what I do have for your past energy, there does feel like there was some sort of really hard struggle, either in business, since I was getting money, money, money for your meditation, but it could also be with a relationship. Something, it feels like a struggle. You've been carrying this burden, and it feels like a bunch of heavy bags of potatoes on your shoulders, and you are putting it down. So 10 is all about putting that down. You know, it's the end of a cycle. You've ended the cycle of the burden. And so that's your past energy. And then you're coming into your King of Wands, which is powerful. Just owning your power, owning that soulful, passionate, motivated energy. I can do it. I can do anything energy, and taking that from the heavens and bringing it to earth and making it happen. So it's like you're putting your burden down and you're moving forward. So that's your past. And your current energy, we do see the Hierophant, beautiful, the Wheel of Fortune, and Eight of Swords. So your Hierophant is all about love and faith, commitments. But it can also be, you know, your work, your house. It's all those earthly structures that represent the higher things. So you could be talking a lot about marriage or moving in together, making commitments, but this could also have to do with just really getting in touch with your faith and becoming more, going to church or temple or synagogue more often, making a point of doing that. Or also you could be buying a house, moving into a house or moving into a home together. So there's something structurally on the earth, a big thing happening, but we're going to dive more into the energy and see what else we see. There's also a new cycle. So there's a sense of feeling restricted that is in your current energy, a sense of feeling like I have to solve something, or I have to do something, I don't know how to solve it, or I feel restricted around, maybe it could be as simple as I'm traveling all the time and I don't have the time to solidify what I want in my relationship or in my work. something is restricting you in your energy, or you feel that way, because you never are truly restricted. This is in the mind. Your own mind is creating its own restriction. And so this energy is about coming through to give you fortune on that restriction, to put a new cycle through in that. And so you're coming out of restriction and going into a better cycle. Fortune's coming your way. You're starting to free yourself up from that energy of feeling restricted. Now, I did also see that in your past energy. You have a strong burden that you're putting down. So there's some sort of burden, struggle, restrictive energy that you're laying it down, and you're moving forward, and you're moving past that energy. We're going to get to future in the end of the reading. So on your side of the energy, you have a strong sense of memory with this person. Maybe you guys are old friends. You guys have been together a while. Old acquaintances. It could also just have to do with recollections, going through pictures, memories. Maybe people, family, friends are heavy on your mind in the next 30 days. For your person, it's all about love, appreciation, fondness, respect, and trust. So there's a really positive, beautiful energy coming from both of you. Now, the universe, though, is teaching you something. And I think it has to do with this struggle and restrictive energy that you have, that you are learning to put down. You're putting down the struggle, putting down the feeling of restriction. And so the universe is teaching you about unpredictability, instability, unrest, chaos. And it's teaching you a sense of being able to work through that and put that burden down, put that restriction down. Because really the only burdens we have are the burdens we place on ourselves, the burdens we put in our own mind. We can free our mind, and when we do that, like that song goes, free your mind and the rest will follow. So when you free your mind, you're able to make your external world how your internal world is. And so if your internal world is feeling chaotic and unstable and unrested, your external world starts to represent that. And so as you're learning how to handle chaos, you're learning how to put the burden down, how to become balanced, getting into your power, how to free yourself from restriction and create those structures that you want. So the universe is really, while the both of you have a beautiful energy for each other, the universe is really teaching you in these moments in between about how to be stronger in life and really freeing your emotion and mindset so that you can empower yourself in life. And we also have a sense of fantasy, daydreaming, imagining, and fantasizing in the background. So there might be a fantastical feeling between you two, a fantasy kind of mindset between the two of you. You guys might have a really beautiful, soulful love, memories, and fantasy combo, the energy that you guys share. So what I'm feeling right now is like soulmates. That's what I'm feeling right now. But let's go ahead and see what the energy shows us. So let's dive into the tarot. Remember that this is a general, so take what resonates and leave the rest. I will be pulling for Sagittarius on this side. And Sagittarius' person on the other side. But because energy is fluid and is a romantic read for both parties, remember, especially if you're a cross watcher, you can flip the energy. And let's go ahead and draw for Sagittarius' person. So this is from our feeling space. So these are going to be the feelings of our Sag. So cross watchers, this will give you a little bit more information. And then Sag's person, if you're the Sag, you can look and see what your person is feeling. All right, so we do get the Death card, which is also all about changes and new beginnings. That's also what we have in the current energy. So in our current energy, it's all about new cycles, new beginnings. You're letting go of that restrictive and struggle energy, and you're having fortune come toward you. The universe is giving you a sense of a transformation. You're transforming within, and you're becoming stronger. You're growing into a better you. And you're also You're also experiencing some regrets around some things that may have happened or things that have gone down, specifically around perhaps not sharing your emotions or not really being clear with your person about what it is that you're feeling. Or you may feel that your person is not being very clear to you, and you're kind of being left in the dark about how this person feels. And you might have some disappointment around that. But there's definitely transformations that are happening around your emotional space and or your person's, the way that that person is showing up for you, and the disappointments around that. And you're transforming from within. So let's go ahead and see what is going on with your person. Your person has the Page of Pentacles. So this is all about, you know, the seeds of relationship, the commitments, approaching you with something real, something solid, making an offer to you. This is now energy. You know, it's not the past, it's not the future, it's right now. So your person is showing up and they're saying, hey, and you know, that's really important if there was a strong sense of fantasy, if they were the type of person to say things, but they didn't come about, or they'd pop by and give you chocolates and roses, but maybe there was never something solid yet. This is a beautiful energy, meaning, hey, I'm coming with something solid. And we do have the Hierophant here, which is all about solidifying those love relationships, those spiritual commitments. And so that's beautiful as well. And we also get the Hierophant in your person's energy. I just saw that. So the Hierophant energy is coming from Sag's person. So Sag's person is coming in with a real offer, and it looks like it has to do, maybe it has to do with marriage. Some of you are going to be getting married or getting a proposal in the next 30 days. For others of you, this does have to do with just bringing this commitment to the next level, whatever that next level is for you. You know, moving in, saying we are in a relationship, not a situationship, or you know, saying, hey, we're not seeing other people. But for many of you, it looks like there's going to be some sort of offer in marriage, or maybe an engagement ring. Now, we do have the Knight of Swords. So your person, Sagittarius, is rushing in. They're going to communicate to you about the marriage proposal and or the next leveling up. They're going to be showing up, giving you an offer, communicating and charging in about it, and it's to solidify this connection. So this is beautiful energy. And remember, you can flip the energy if you need to, and cross watchers, for a lot of you that might be the case as well. So let's go ahead and look into our thought space. What is the Sagittarius perceiving in this connection? How do they perceive their person, and how do they perceive this connection? Let's see if we can get something else. We do get Justice and our Five of Swords. Wow, and our Two of Cups. Okay, and what do we get for Sag's person? All right, we get the Hangman. Beautiful energy. Sag's person is really showing up well. Okay, Sag's person, some more energy. The Sun. Wow, beautiful energy. And Strength. No way. Okay, so Sagittarius, you get Justice and the Five of Swords and Two of Cups. So this is all about justice being served. There may have been some conflicts between you guys, or something this person said or did put you in a kind of way in your mind where you're running things through your mind over and over. Your mind might be on a loop of trying to resolve some sort of issue, especially if you were putting down some sort of struggle and feeling restricted. Your mind was going on loop on, how do I do this? How do I solve this? But justice is being served in this situation. Things are going to be fair. Things are going to pan out. You're going to feel like things make sense again. And right after that, we've got our Two of Cups. And so you really perceive this person in a positive, strong, this is your soulmate. This is exactly what I was feeling at the beginning. And this card just reaffirms it. This is a soulmate connection that you have with this person. And we're going to move this up so you guys can see the cards more clearly as we go down. So you are moving out of your mind space. Whatever was making you run amok inside your head, it does feel like you have a lot of justice being served in that matter. And things are becoming more clear, things are feeling more fair, and you are perceiving this person as your soulmate. So let's go ahead and look at what this person is perceiving you as. So they are seeing you in a really beautiful light. They're seeing you, as courageous and strong, showing up authentic, bringing, love, power, joy, positivity, clarity, like you're not hiding anything. To them, they really view you as someone who shows up authentically and is honest, and open, and someone who surrenders to the higher powers, someone who says, I'm going to surrender to what is. Or they perceive this connection as something that is teaching them to surrender to the powers that be. And that's what we get as a lesson from the universe. Like the universe is teaching you how to work through unrest, instability, unpredictability. And it's teaching you how to, when you're faced with that, to surrender, to put down the burden, to release the mind warp that you're going on in circles about and feeling restricted in, So very beautiful energy. Let's go ahead and see, what do we get from our wants? What does Sagittarius want in the next 30 days for this connection? All right, 9 of Cups. They want wish fulfillment, dream come true. They want openness, intellectual connection, open, direct, honest communication, getting on the same page about what you're doing, moving forward, harvesting the fruits of all of the hard work you guys have put into this relationship and or business, and just taking the first fruits and enjoying, it's like building a tree together, planting the seeds, building a tree. The tree has now ripened, and it's like, hey, I want to be eating that fruit off the tree now, and I want to be communicating with you openly, honestly, and filling your cup of love, meeting your desires, getting my desires fulfilled, having our wants recognized and met. So let's see what we get for the want space of Sagittarius's person. Yeah, this is definitely soulmate. That is the energy I'm getting from this. Or it could be soul tribe, like if this is just a partnership or a business partnership. All right, moving forward, your person wants to take steps forward. And they want that balance with you as well. They want to move forward with you in something real. And they want to put to rest, anxieties. So here we get that sense of being trapped and restricted. So this energy of being trapped and restricted is coming from them in the current energy, and the Hierophant energy is also coming from them, from your person. So there's a sense of them wanting to solidify things in love and spirituality with you, and there's also a sense of wanting to put to rest this feeling of restriction that they have, which is going to be playing out well for them because we have the Wheel of Fortune right there. So that sense of restriction is going to be coming to an end, and a new cycle will be beginning. And they probably have that restriction because of things in life that are happening, but it could be because of the connection itself. And the universe is just teaching them how to work through that. So we do get a sense of feeling restricted in their want space, and they don't want that restriction anymore. And we do see it clearing out. And we also see that they want to move forward. They want to take those steps forward with you and build a life with you. And they don't want to be having conflicts anymore. They don't want to have to be sifting through this baggage that they carry emotionally or mentally anymore. And which may manifest in arguments with you. Like they want to just clear that energy, this is beautiful for you guys. Let's go ahead and see what actions we have. It looks like both of you are on the same page about just wanting to move forward and letting go of negative energies. Okay, so let's see actions for Sagittarius, our next 30 days for their person. Beautiful, 10 of Cups, all about opening up, being vulnerable with your emotions, tapping into what you're feeling, sharing what you're feeling, filling up your person's cup emotionally, being an emotional support. And so we do get, though, a sense of confusion as well. You get all cups, Sagittarius. So you're the 10 of Cups, the 7 of Cups, and the 8 of Cups. So your 10 of Cups is all about, being there emotionally, being emotionally fulfilled, fulfilling your person, showing up emotionally, being vulnerable. But there's going to be some confusion happening. Maybe 15 days later, your start of your energy is really good in actions, and then there's some confusion of what it is that we're really doing or wanting. Is this some sort of confusion takes place within you? But you're going to be leaving that confusion behind. Whatever it is that comes up, you're going to be letting it go and walking away from those emotions that aren't serving you anymore, and you're going to be moving forward. This is also my gone but not gone card, but I feel like this person is showing up for you. So in this case, I feel like the both of you are going to be physically sharing space, because we get Pentacles, Hierophant, Pentacles, our Strength card, our Knight rushing in. So this person is showing up for you. So in this instance, this is really just more about you transforming your own energy, working through, putting down the struggle of your own struggle in life, and letting go of confusion, of indecision, and moving forward out of that so that you can be more clear-minded. So let's go ahead and see what we get for Sag's person. Really curious to see what is going to happen with Sag's person. Their energy has been so beautiful. All right, so with Sag's person, they are trying to get through that restrictive mind energy that we saw in their want space. They're wanting to get rid of the restriction that we also saw in their current energy, and it is causing them some stress and some worry. And indecision. Oh, that's interesting. Both of you are going to be going into indecision. You're not really sure. And it's probably because of this restrictive energy that's popping up in your current energy coming from Sag's person. But just know that the universe has got your back. It's moving you through that energy. And you're going to be going from indecision to, let's see, where is Sag's person? All right. High Priestess. So the High Priestess did come out a bit reversed, but so it looks like the Sag's person is going to be moving out of stress and worry about the energy that feels very restrictive to them. Like they want to have commitments, they want to charge for you, and they want to make it happen. But they do have a sense of restriction, and they want that restriction freed. And so as it's freeing up, as the universe is coming in and giving a new cycle of energy to this person, they are now in a place of indecision. And that's also reflected in your own energy. You're also in a place of indecision. What to do? What do we do? You're going to be letting go of that energy. You're going to be letting go of all the negative energy and moving forward into the emotions that are working for you, which makes sense for you because you're a very spiritual sign. You're the most spiritual fire sign there is. And for your person's going to be trying to tap into their emotions, trying to tap into their intuition to guide them. And they are going to be able to do that, but it's probably going to take a little bit longer than 30 days because this energy is going to take a little bit of time to go into its upright. So it came out kind of on its side. So it's like this person is tapping into what they really want, their purpose, and they're working through it, but they're not going to be as fast as you, Sag. They're going to be on your tail, trying to work through that, what it is that their soul is aligning toward in their purpose in life and in the connection. So just be a little generous, patient with your person. They are getting there though, and they also are going to be in a similar emotional, spiritual space as you in being able to connect to their higher purpose and letting go of the things that aren't serving them. Let's go ahead and get some angel advice. And let's go ahead and get Bread of Life advice. All right, so we do have the number 1515. You may be seeing 15s or 1515 as confirmation that this is for you in the next 30 days. The big break, innovation, focus, creation, progress, momentum, mastery, achievement, and passion. An exciting opportunity, support, and extra resources are heading your way. See, I told you the universe has your back. And so we now have keep moving forward with enthusiasm and enjoy the process. True success comes from passion, and your dedication will be handsomely rewarded. We see here with your Knight of Pentacles, you want your dedication rewarded, and that is going to be coming. We also see your passion and enthusiasm in the King of Wands, and this is the big break. You guys are beautiful, soulmate, but there is a struggle and there is restriction in the energy. Most likely from life itself, but it could be coming from the connection. And that's going to be transforming, transmuting, and the universe is giving you a break. It's giving you the resources you need to get through whatever feels chaotic in your life so that you guys can move forward out of indecision and let go of the things that aren't serving you. Bread of Life, John 6:37. All those the Father gives me will come to me, and whoever comes to me, I will never drive away. So whoever comes to source, whoever comes to God, whoever draws to God, God will draw to you, and they've got you. Your angels, your spirit guides, the heavenly realm, God, source, universe, it's got you. When you trust and go to it, it supports you, okay? And then what do we get for our future energies? Let's see here. All right, so it does look like the pain of this. See, we get 8, 9, and 10. It starts with the 8. You're feeling really restricted, Sagittarius person. The Wheel of Fortune is coming to give you what you need, and you're moving through anxiety and worry, which is your 9, and then in your future energy you move through 10, and so you've processed this energy out. And this is all about letting go of that pain. It's the end of the pain, it's the end of the struggle, the end of the restriction of feeling trapped. So in around maybe 40 days, by the 40-day mark, you're going to be fully feeling free from this restrictive energy. Your High Priestess, intuitive, tapping into source, your emotions, your true feelings, your soul's path, feeling like you're aligned, that's going to be coming up into the upright around 40 days. It can happen earlier for some of you. All energy moves faster or slower depending on your situation. There is a warning around not missing out on things. You might feel like you are feeling withdrawn, and that's probably because when you're processing all this energy, it's making you feel emotionally exhausted, mentally exhausted. So you might feel like you're just stepping back, taking a break. Of course, we get the big break from the angel number as well, and you might feel like, oh, and so when you're like in that place, like I'm taking a break, I am ignoring because I'm feeling exhausted, you might feel like things are flying away from you. You might feel like you're not able to grab the things that you want to do, which is the connection, the commitments, the offer. But just know that the universe has got your back. Draw close to source. The source will draw close to you, give you the resources that you need so that you can show up and not miss out on the opportunities that are for you. Okay, so thank you so much for joining me. And remember, you can jump on our twin flame journey to get more information. It will also resonate with you because you are a soulmate, but it is specifically for twin flames. The comment will be with a link included underneath the thumbnail in this reading, so you can find it. And remember to like, share, and subscribe because it does help our channel grow. Share with someone that you feel it may resonate with, or your person. And also comment. I love to hear from you. I love to be able to resonate with your energy and see what we can see later with your relationships. Okay, thank you so much for joining, and I'll see you later in the next 30 days.